Hello and welcome to Going for Gold with Rashid. So, spoilers, I already reached gold with Rashid. I had a big win streak at the end of my run, and when you're getting 7 wins worth of points for a single game, it is hard to know exactly when you should stop. So, my bad on that one. It was bound to happen eventually. It'll probably happen a couple more times before we're done. Regardless, I wanted to talk about some of the cool stuff, and then maybe play a couple of games anyway. So, Rashid is a really neat character in that, as complicated as he is, he's got some good stuff for a new player, and he also kind of incentivizes that new player to learn new things. So let's start with the first one. I think light spinning mixer is really important. It's quarter circle forward light. There is no easy input for this motion. You will have to learn it, and it is super important. It lets you do either crouching jab into spinning mixer or standing jab into spinning mixer. And as you can see, it's 3 hits, which means it breaks drive impact. So your opponent cannot get out of this sequence with drive impact, and it also leaves your opponent standing and you are +2 on them. So you are in throw range here. You can be not in throw range, but you are often in throw range afterwards, and your opponent can't roll away from this pressure, so you can do something like this and bring them all the way to the corner if they refuse to block. Right? So they can't roll out of that, they can't jab out of that, they can't throw tech out of that, they have to block or use an invincible button, so it's really easy to kind of just like do a bunch of damage, and then once they do block, they're in throw range, so you just chuck them, right? It's great. Obviously, in that sequence, you can see there were spots where I was and was not in range to throw him, so you do have to be wary of that, but, you know, your opponent has to keep in mind that they might be in throw range there. And if you're +2, they cannot mash on your throw. So as long as you time the throw correctly, you will win, even if they jab. So that's really cool, beats drive impact, so you can kind of just like maul your opponent into the corner with Rashid really easily with this really simple sequence. In the corner, it's actually an infinite. You are always close enough in the corner to be back in throw range, so they just have to guess correctly. And then if they do guess correctly, you actually get a throw loop with this character, if we do it correctly. You do have to time the throw loop a little bit, but you can see here, he can't get out of this until he guesses the right way. So that's really cool. I think that his medium auto combo deserves a little bit of talking about. So the first hit of it is actually plus, and you can go into jab with this on hit. So if you hit this, jab into spinning mixer is a combo. But the second hit of his auto combo, turbo omega punishable. So you only want to use it when you're getting a hit, but I think it's really important because it's got good corner carry. I don't like the super it does it at the end, but if you're in the corner, you can trade out the last hit of this super for spinning mixer, and if you're in the middle of the screen, you can do quarter circle forward spinning mixer. They will both hit. So it looks like this. And then I spinning mixer here. If you just keep mashing, he'll use he'll use 1 meter for super Rashid kick, but I find that to not be very useful. And then in the middle of the screen, if you're doing it, you can spinning mixer medium. It's not a very tight link, so it's pretty reasonable to get that. If you want the little bit of extra damage or you don't feel like it and you've got the meter, you can just keep mashing medium and you'll get the super Rashid kick to finish it off, but we don't need that. Heavy auto combo works fine. It's a heavy auto combo into level 3. You do more damage if you just do heavy into like easy mode super, and you do even more damage if you do heavy into actual motion super. So again, he's kind of asking you to do a little bit more for quite a bit more reward. I think that's really neat. Love that. But that's pretty much all as far as his pressure goes. That's pretty much all I've been using, to be honest. On defense, he's really good. He's got jab spinning mixer, which is a great mash button because it's safe on block even if you just do the whole thing. And if you hit them, then you put them into the vortex. He's got an invincible reversal in OD spinning mixer. Actually invincible, great way to get out. In addition to jumping out, he also has some tricky ways to mess with your opponent while you're trying to get out. You have wall jump. So so you can try to get above DPs and stuff. You have double jump, so you can jump this way. If you do it a little bit late, you can jump back into the corner to try to bait DPs the wrong direction. Same thing with the wall jump here. If you do it really early, you will jump out of the corner. If you do it just a little bit later, you will jump back into the corner. You can really just make your opponent miserable trying to hit you with their invincible or with their anti-airs out of the corner here. And if they're wrong, depending upon what they've done, you might even be the one getting the punish on them for having jumped out of the corner. So pretty much has everything that you would ever want on the defense. In neutral, I was using a couple of things. His crouching medium into spinning mixer, again, you know, puts you in that same situation. Love it. Sometimes it beats drive impact. Love that too. Drive rush makes it pretty easy to get in with it. I will use that pretty often after I get a move that is too far away for me to follow up with any other way. We just do the crouching medium spinning mixer, and then we're kind of back in the sequence again, and it's great. He's got a fireball in his normal special. You can see it doesn't go very far, but if you press the button and then hold forward, it'll go farther. If you press the button and then hold backwards, it goes a little bit closer to you. And that's good, but again, he's asking a little bit more of you than other characters. You can't hold forward special or back special. You have to hold special and then push the direction you want to go. So be careful of that. If you charge it the whole way, he gets some cool stuff. So if you're being like full screen zoned here and you can get this off, you can actually just jump through the vortex. You see it just literally goes full screen. That's pretty cool. That ends Fireball Wars really quick at low levels, let me tell you. And then he also gets Light Spinning Mixer. Yep, that's right, it's back. This is very powerful through the vortex here. You see that it combos on hit. You can also see it is plus on block. +2. So you are again putting your opponent into that situation where they've got to guess. That +2 situation comes up a lot, is really easy for Rashid to get into, and I think that for a new player that's very powerful. One word to the wise, however, his anti-airs are a little sus. So he doesn't have any good normal anti-airs, at least not in Modern, and his special anti-airs are Heavy Spinning Mixer or Medium Spinning Mixer, which requires a motion. So Heavy Spinning Mixer is okay, but it is not invincible to aerial attacks until this frame right here, until the startup is over, until he's actually hitting you. So you can just kind of lose to jump attacks even when you push this button. It feels kind of weird to lose with a special move, but it happens. And then another thing that happens a lot is new players like to use jump as a way to gain space, so they'll do this, right? Like that seems fine, right? They'll just do that. Well, you're not necessarily in spinning mixer range after that. So they do this, they jump at you, you're like, yeah, and then you spinning mixer, right? And you just whiff. Not a great option. So when they're doing that, you really want to do the medium spinning mixer, but again, you've got to do the motion to do that. So you have to be thinking about a motion for your anti-air, which kind of goes out of the comfort zone of a modern control scheme, I think. Overall, though, he's very powerful, really fun. He's got a lot of interesting stuff. He's got Run, which I haven't really played with yet, but this also looks like it could beat Fireball Wars pretty reasonably. Very unsafe on block. Well, reasonably unsafe on block. Depends upon where you hit from. You can see here that we're at -7 now. I might be able to make it even less than that, depending upon where I am. -2. Okay, so he can even make it safe, which is kind of neat. But if people are throwing fireballs at you, you can kind of just sneak that in once in a while and kind of make them feel bad about it. But yeah, he's pretty cool. I think that the way he's designed to be able to work with his modern buttons, but really to ask you to do a little bit more, is super interesting. So let's do like maybe one set. I'll play one set against somebody, assuming they stick around for the whole thing. And we'll go from there. Alright, a Kimberly. Okay, so two things. First of all, you can see I've got my 8-win streak, so wow. But also, I want to try to do something I learned from Dulcim. I'm just going to wait and see if I can get something out of this Kimberly. Like, what are you going to do? You can see this being not punishable is really nice, isn't it? You can see that it not being drive impactable also really nice, right? Oh, that was the wrong spinning mixer. I am a fool! Oh, that just beat me, okay. Huh. There we go, I was just trying to do that the whole time. There we go. Okay, so you can see how it just being safe like that, very useful. I'm gonna medium spinning mixer. Come on. Oh. Oh, okay, she got me. Oh, but we'll take that. Okay, that does not win against things that I think it should win against. Oh. I don't think I'm going to win this round, so I'm not going to use any meter here. Unless she... Okay, does that. I don't think it was worth it to use anything there. I'm behind by too much. Alright, so she was doing a lot of lows that I was getting caught by. That's the big thing. We'll just block low again. I think we just burn it here. So you can see this is not the greatest of level 3 supers. Well, heavy auto combos, it does not do a lot of damage, but it's okay. Okay, we'll roll backwards. Oh, that's unsafe, but we're okay with that. That just does not hit in ways that I would expect it to, but it's okay. Alright, got her. So, yeah, you can see, like, I'm not doing great or anything, but also I'm, like, halfway to gold 2 because of the frickin' win streak, but... And now we get to bring her basically all the way to the corner because of that. Ridiculous. Oh, I tried to do my anti-air there, but it's never gonna work. We'll jump. Okay, that was crazy. Oh, I couldn't drive impact that, huh? We're just going to use this. Got her. Alright. Oh, that was not what I wanted at all. I wanted my fireball. So here's one of the spots. Oh, okay, we deserve that. No, what if I level 3 for that? So again, I don't like that heavy auto combo. I should probably have tried to do the hard one, but I'm not really going to play Rashid for a little while, so I'm not as worried about that. Nope. Alright, so there we go. I think it might just be gold 2 for no reason now. Alright. And with that, I think we're done. Thank you for joining. I'm not sure who the next one I have to do is. I think it's Zangief is the next character that I am going to be bringing up to gold, and that should also be another learning experience. I am going to make sure of that, and then I hope to see you there.